What is going on, guys? It's the Mad Dragon. We're back in Rugby 25 today because there's been a sneaky little patch on the go. Interim Patch 1 has come out for early access too. Now, this is a patch that I haven't seen them push on any of their sort of social media sites. I was made aware of it from keeping track of the FAQ pages. I thought this might be the sort of patch that actually might slip past people if they've not really pushed it that hard. We're going to go over it. We're going to go over the new patch that's come out. I was thinking whether or not to cover it, whether to wrap it up into the actual patch that we get or the next update. This is called the interim patch, which makes me think there could be another one either this week or maybe early next week, and then I thought maybe I'd lump it in together. But the fact that this has sort of slipped under the radar, I thought some of you guys might genuinely not know this is out, and apparently might be making the game playable once again. So we're going to do what we've done for the other videos. We'll have a run through of the patch notes. We'll take a look at any changes we've seen in the main menus or control systems. We'll jump into a game. We'll test out the things they have said in the patch notes, and then afterwards we'll give our full feedbacks at the end of the video. Of course, I'll put timestamps and all that good stuff in the timeline of the video, so if there's a specific part you want to jump to, you can jump around the video and you don't have to listen to me for the entire time. Now, the major update wasn't received brilliantly well. I'm still yet to finish a full game since the major update came out, which is kind of wild. We've all given them a lot of feedback. I was pretty honest in my feedback back to the guys that, you know, we don't want to make videos that end up being negative. We don't want to have to give, you know, negative criticism back. We want to show off what's good about the game. So I'm really hoping that this interim patch is going to fix a lot of those issues and at least let us finish a game in a video would be a big boost. So taking a look at the notes of what they've said for this interim patch. Adjusted passing. Work on passing in this updated included adjusting passing timing window. Wow, that's a weird sentence. Work on passing in this updated included adjusting passing timing windows to improve the ability to pass when about to be tackled. That's a really awkwardly worded sentence. I've read that twice and I stuck about it. I think what they're talking about is they've updated the passing windows to be able to offload a pass before getting tackled, because the tackle radius on players was just terrible in the major patch. So I'm glad that will hopefully be something they've improved on, as well as continuing to work on pass trajectories and animations. Additionally, resolve some cases where the player target indicators not being visible. That's kind of been a thing since the very start. The one thing I'm really hoping they fixed is players passing the ball the wrong way. A couple of people said in comments on the major update video that they said, I'm saying they're passing right, and they are passing right. Why am I getting annoyed by that? What I meant was that the player, like the scrum half, was picking up the ball, clearly passing one direction when I've told him to pass the other direction, and the ball would sort of jump around his back and go the right way. I want that animation to be fixed to be actually passing the correct way. All elements of passing remain in an area of focus for future updates. This is a core part of the game and we'll continue to work on to get balance and feel right. Added Maul control prompts. More feedback during Mauls for inputs has been added to assist in learning the Maul controls. Very, very useful. I have actually had a couple of Mauls since the video that I did. I've actually been able to get a couple of Mauls, and I was struggling to work out quite what was going on. They were quite stationary for me, and eventually you just sort of passed the ball out and nothing really happened. I didn't have a collapsed Maul. I wasn't really making a huge chunk of ground. I feel like other people have made better headway with that in some of the feedback I've seen on the FAQ page. So additional notes available to us. Great to see hopefully on screen. Improved cameras. A few issues with certain stadiums having camera clips through lineouts and other set pieces have been addressed. Yeah, that was one thing I had. My camera was getting stuck behind rafters of the new stadiums that have come out, so we'll check out one of the new stadiums today and see if that's been fixed. Improved stability. Several issues with set pieces resulting in non-progression in the game have been identified and resolved. Yep, there was certainly a few issues along the way for me in terms of stability. So jumping into the game then, one thing I want to quickly touch on, in the last patch, the major patch update, they said they'd polished all these main menus, and I was pretty struggling to see what they meant by the main menus. A couple of people have said the competition menu is what has looked a lot better since that major update. I didn't look at the competition, so I'm happy to take a hit myself and say I didn't investigate fully. I haven't been doing a lot of the competitions of the gaming. Well, you know, after about 2 or 3 games, I've sort of had enough, let alone play a full competition. But hopefully this is what has been updated. I'll have to go back and see my other videos to do a bit of before and after of this. But apparently this is the main menu where people were saying this is where they saw the polish improvements. I just want to quickly have a look at the controls, specifically for the Maul, to see if they've maybe changed this and sorted it out. So, the drive is LT and RT, but also X is drive. I don't know what that means. If they're both drive or if one is a different type of drive, we'll have to see if we can test that out today. You can box kick from a Maul, you can bind to the ruck with B. We do know that it felt like 1B is one extra player in rather than just holding it down. Tap to pass to offload to the right, hold to cut out the pass or go left or right, and the scrum half pick up and run. It seems pretty basic in terms of the controls, so we'll see what appears on screen for us. Now obviously this is an interim patch. I'm not going to be too heavy on being able to give massive feedback on it. Far less things have been changed in this one than other ones. What have we got going on at the minute? Rugby Championship. We haven't got New Zealand in the game, have we? No, we don't. So let's do South Africa Wallabies. That's a game that's going on in the Rugby Championship this weekend. That's something fun to take a look at. I want to take a look at some of the other stadiums as well. Now, the Northampton one, I think, is the one I was having issues with. So that's what we're going to test out today and see if that's done it. And you know what? We're going to chuck it on hard. Let's do medium. People have said the harder the difficulty, the easier the game is. We'll test that out today as well. Why not try that? Because sometimes the easier difficulty, they weren't letting you get through. Let's try medium. Let's see how medium works out, and we'll jump into a game. Alrighty, so I've got all my notes on screen for me of what I'm going to be paying attention to. We'll jump into a game. First of all, I like that we're going to be able to test the stadium to hopefully showcase whether or not they've been able to fix those sideline cameras. When I was playing it nighttime mode, all the floodlights were in front of the camera, which was really annoying. I put it at daytime because I genuinely have no idea how that will impact people with epilepsy with things flashing on screen, so I won't include it in the video. We'll do it in daytime. That'll be something I'll be testing privately, but we'll still be checking for if we get stuck behind any of the rafters. Which hopefully not. That would be a bit of a big blow. We're looking at Mauls. We're going to be looking at the passing mainly in this one to hopefully see an improvement from that major patch. Right, let's get us kicked off with N15 is going to be our boy to kick us off. It kind of feels weird now. I've been so many videos of wow, this feels really close. Oh, we got an early turnover there. Oh, we're already making a bit of a break. This camera feels really close. Have they changed the position of the camera? Fixed, standard, sideline camera. I feel like I'm really zoomed in. I'm hoping their fix for it hasn't just been the camera was getting stuck behind lights. They've just moved the camera in. Right, let's try and make our way out to the pitch to see if we can get another pass. We do. Okay, well we got 2 passes in a row. We're already doing better than we did in the last video. Come on, boys. Here we go. Out to the right. Whoa, wrapped up. That looked like a bit of a high tackle to me. But apparently not. Australia looking pretty bunched there. We'll see if we can make the most of this. Oh, let's make a bit of a break down here. Oh, gets wrapped up in the tackle. Well, they're not being quite as hard pressing as they were in the major update, which is kind of nice actually. Let's see if we can try and spread this out a little bit wider. Okay. Still sort of got dragged into that tackle. Felt like I really pressed early, passed quite early into that one then, but the game didn't still allow me to. Okay, that's a nice little offload. And again, let's keep it going, boys. Little grubber kick. The kicks still seem to not get out of your hands. I'm not quite sure why that is. You sort of do the kick animation, but then it comes back in. Right, let's see about the line out. We haven't been dragged into behind the rafters yet. We don't manage to get the turnover. Right, it's a Maul. Okay, boys, in we go. Drive is RT. It is just saying RT, not LT and RT, specifically RT. Come on, boys. There we go. Bit more of a pushback there. That was fine. Oh, they got that over my head. My guy just did not want to catch that at all. Pick it up, please. Thank you. Right, let's run across field. Oh, we still went behind the rafters. We still went behind the rafters for a second. But hopefully it's recovered. So every time I go to kick the ball, we're going to go behind the rafters. I'm sure that won't be annoying by the end of the game at all. Oh, we got another turnover. We'll take it and go. Go, 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 boys. Okay, let's go for a box kick. I still kind of wanted to see if we can drag. Oh, okay, so the box kicks still haven't been fixed where you just sort of get dragged down, which is kind of annoying. Okay, that was a better box kick. I still want to see if I can drive them into touch and test my... Oh, I've got a guy just over here. I don't know why he's so far away. That time I got a turnover without actually pressing any of the buttons for a turnover. I was just trying to hold on to the ball. Let's see if we can go this way. Right, let's go for a bit of a... I can't see the ball because of the rafter thing. I still can't seem to get a kick away, which is annoying. It was one of the things I was actually really enjoying about this game was the ability to get those kicks over the top and doing stuff. It actually felt really nice, and that seems to still not be a real thing. So it looks like we're not going to be able to get kicks away. We've had a few attempts at it now, and we've had a massive wild pass still going into touch. So you know, that's the first one. I'll give it some sort of friendly view of that one. That is the first one we've had. Let's see, we go for middle. Nobody wanted to jump for that one. Right, back into the Maul, boys. Everyone in and drive. I'm going to guess it's just keep tapping the trigger rather than hold it down. They seem to do a little burst. They don't seem to be coinciding with me pushing. I'm just kind of... Use it! kind of tapping. Referee said, use it, boys. Oh. They didn't want to use it. They didn't want to use it. And also my defensive line still ran away. That is still an issue for me. They haven't said they've improved the mauls, to be fair to them. That is one thing I do wish they would fix, is that the players don't just seem to run away from the maul, leaving a huge opening for you. Right, let's see if we can send our boy through the gap here. Let's see if we can run up, and bang, there we go. Bit of a breakaway here. Right, let's go for a big collision. No, we don't do that. The tackle radius does seem to have been improved, I think. I feel like they're not really just, you know, smashing into me. Players still, again, that time, I'm passing right, and the animation kind of was right, but my guy ended up running left after the pass, and it still feels like I'm not, that isn't where I want it to go. Let's play this out to the B. Wasn't the B, so the trajectory thing still maybe not quite on point. We are making a bit of ground up this way. Let's see if we can go back up to the right here. Still haven't managed to get an offload so far. Thought maybe offloads could have improved with the passing. Let's go for a box kick out the back here. They'll go for calling the mark, and hopefully they'll just sort of kick this back up to me. They also feel like the AI get really big kicks. They also seem to get it really far away. Right, let's try and go for our own maul and see if this can have some difference. Now, it said that B was maul. I don't know how to like activate if it's on or off or not. I'm just going to rapidly press B and then press it to a guy at the back. Looks like that is a maul for us. We'll take that. Pass, pick and run. Okay, we've got new graphics on screen to show what it wants us to do. We'll try and make the most of that. Oh, my guy has just ran into the maul and stopped. But there is more graphics on screen, so you know, hey, we'll. Oh man, still can't get that pass away. But at least that is something they haven't added into the game. Try and go out wide. Oh, there's another floaty pass, and they're away. They're away. Australia. So there's our first floaty pass. So again, that trajectory thing, you know, I feel like that was quite an easy pass, and they just chose not to get there. There's a good clean out again. My guy's literally running the wrong way that time. The clean outs from the breakdown area have certainly felt better since that major update. Like, it feels like you can get them far more often. It does almost kind of feel too easy after people were complaining they were too hard. I feel like it's pretty easy to get them there. Wrapped up again. They're not making a lot of ground. Can't get my box kick away because they're still tackling. I mean, the game is feeling more playable. Stuff like this is very annoying because you're not even getting tackled like by someone. Like, you know, it's just players that are clearly offside are just able to tackle you, which is quite annoying. Oh wow, what was that? Number one? There's a prop just charging through me there. Let's get another turnover. Pick it up, boys. I would like to score some points. I have been scoring tries off camera in this new patch, but it is very rare that it feels like I've really achieved something. Another sort of floaty pass. I pressed A then, and the button seemed to flick between two. Trajectories, again, I still don't feel like that's been improved that much. I mean, I've had less floaty passes, but why am I passing in between two people there? I've clearly pressed I want it to go to the one guy that was at the edge. Even the crowd feels quiet in this game at the minute. They're waiting for something to happen. Oh, we're behind the... Oh no. Oh no. Hang on, can we fix this? We are still behind the rafters! Can I... Oh, hang on, I might have fixed it by just going for another kick. Okay, hang on, we might have been able to... So up and unders will put you behind the rafters. But doing another one, but worse, will allow you to fix it. There's a hot patch for you guys if you get stuck behind the rafters. Do an up and under. And it will maybe fix it for you. Oh boy, come on, let's go left. I want to try and hit that gap in the middle. Come on, let's run round. Here we go. Number 6, nearly sneaking through there. We are playing this on medium difficulty, so their defensive line being set Quite wide is nice. Okay, hey, we got a good little couple of passes there. They actually followed what I wanted them to do. I had a bit more time. I'm going to... Maybe... The weird thing is, it feels like you almost have to just not sprint at all in order to get those passes away. That wasn't the player I chose to go. I wanted it to go to the B player to be a little bit flatter. He's passed it to the A player. Right, come on, boys. Run through the gap. Yeah, there we go. Right. No, grubber kick still doesn't work. I just can't do anything with the grubber kick, unfortunately. Oh no, we got stuck. Oh no, we've managed to fix it. Issues are still there. Issues are still there, but at least it seems to kind of fix itself if you just try really hard and just start mashing buttons. I can't swap player until someone picks up the ball. That is a new issue. If you kick the ball, you have to wait for someone else to collect the ball before you can manually change player. So if you're chasing it down, that's a bit of an issue. I didn't want a maul that time. I was trying to play quickly. But we'll go for another maul. We'll showcase their maul things. This time, I don't have the thing. So you have to have a certain number... Oh, okay, I'm running with it, apparently. I didn't mean to run with it, but it worked. So it seems like you have to have a certain number of players in the maul before the prompts will pop up for you. Well, there's another loose pass going nowhere. Okay, well, you got a few more passes that time. The AI is still pretty on you for not being able to make any sort of room. Let's try and run down the outside here. That was a better run. I would like to get a try. I would like to get something from this game if we can do, guys. They also, because of the tackle radius, I seem to have lost all the ability to do any of the, like, the side steps or the bump offs seem to have just been removed from the game, which is a bit annoying to help you try and break through the line. The bump off was certainly overpowered. We'll go for it again. It doesn't seem to work anymore because their tackle radius seems to act from further away than your... Okay, hey, we'll take it. We'll take it. Certainly looked like a high tackle, ref. Okay, let's try and go down the inside where I don't think anyone is. Oh, it's a beautiful try. We're going to have a try in a video. Yes. An actual work try as well. I noticed the gap down the inside. Oh, we're inside someone's face. That was horrifying. Great try, slamming it down. Yeah, we actually had a well-worked try. Now we get to test the conversions, because I didn't get to showcase this in the last video because we couldn't get anywhere. I feel like conversions have been slightly tweaked. They're still remarkably easy. You can still do stuff. I don't remember this animation being as long as them putting the ball on the tee and stuff, which is nice. And the bar around the player seems to have changed when you now kick for like longer distances. It like fills really up. It still doesn't seem to affect how you kick. It's still pretty easy to get it in. There is also little wind markers on the pitch to show where the wind is going, but again, doesn't seem to affect anything yet. So I'm guessing that's something they'll be looking for in a future update. But hey, we managed to get a try. We'll take it as something. Hooray. If we can get one more, we might test the long-range kicking as well. As they go for a bit. Right, let's see if I can actually get a kick. Oh, wow. Nobody even wanted that one, apparently. I don't know why your players stand, like, back waiting for the ball. But then, like, they don't come onto it. It's, like, the player running backwards is the one that often catches it, which is... Oh, we got some floaty passes, but we'll make it work. The guy running backwards is often the one who catches it, rather than the people who are clearly facing the ball and would have a better opportunity to get their hands on the ball. Oh, man, nearly we managed to get away there. Can I go down the inside here again with my scrum half? Maybe. Cut back inside. No, it's not even my scrum half. It's under my prop down the wing. Not the way I would have wanted that to go. Try and run across field a bit here. See if we can find the room. That's a nice little offload. Maybe, you know what, I'm typically going to say I might actually agree with the idea that they've improved the distance you can still get that pass away. I still wish it was further you could get it away. But it does feel like I'm able to get a few more passes. They are defending really deep at the minute. We are still having a few of those teleport tackles, which is annoying. You know, I feel like that one I actually had loads of space to get it away. That one I felt like I had less space, but I still got it away. Players are very, very bunched. I mean, there must be room to the left here, but I don't know who I'm passing to. I'm still having issues with the letters not popping up above players' heads, so I still don't know who I'm passing to. That was one of the patch notes, right? They've tried to improve how often they appear on screen. I still feel like I'm struggling to have them pop up all the time. That time I had 4 players. They had 2. I pressed B, and I went because I thought that would be a further along pass than it actually was. Let's go front this time. Did you hear all the guys go, "What are you doing?" Okay, let's tap and go. This doesn't look like a tap and go. I want to tap and go. Why am I now about to boot this into the sky? Can I kick this straight to touch? I don't even know what rules are applied anymore. Let's go for a huge up and under. Back into touch. And it's my line out. Damn right. That's the rules I want to apply with. But it's my line out back here. Yes. That is rules in rugby union. I don't even know what that was. Pressed a tap and go. It gave me a free kick. The clock wasn't even running for a second then. Pass. Thank you. I pressed about 12 times, but we eventually got the ball away. Right, let's go. Wide, wide, wide. Come on, boys. Wide. And again. And again. Yes, we're making a breakaway here. Can we get around the player? We do. Cut back inside. Oh, we had a run. We actually had a run in this game. Improvements have been made. I feel like I'm actually being able to get somewhere. Oh, and then another floaty pass just to ruin it after I said that. Let's go for a turnover because turnovers are easy. There we go. Let's keep going. I want to try and get one more. One more try. Come on, boys. Where are you going to pass this one? Again, I passed left. He's chucked that to the right. Let's go for... So, I think the A pass just seems to be broken from a scrum half. It's almost like they're dropping back in the pocket, but it's not good enough. They're just backwards. It's not really anything. Oh, we made a break. Hang on. Clearly not to that guy, but we'll take it and make it work. I wanted it obviously to go to the winger. They've decided to pass it to the guy who's further behind. Oh, we made another break. Oh, we hit the gap. It might be a great run. We might actually have something going on. Can we get to the corner? Can we keep it going? And we do. Straight in there. We need a TMO check. Let's go to the TMO. Let's see what they have to say as they watch us very clearly put it down. I still like that TMO is in this game. They obviously need to work on how it's implemented. This is a clear try. I don't know what the TMO would have to do, but I'm glad that TMO is in the game. And I don't know if that was in before. The follow-up animation of the ref giving the penalty, or the giving the try, sorry. I think it used to be that it just went on. Now you just got the kick if it went over. So, hey, another improvement. I'm talking about positive things in this game. I like to do that. Right, let's go for a long-range kick. We'll see if anything's broken with people standing behind us once again, because that was an issue I had in the past. I kind of don't want to press anything here because the animation's going on. I don't know if I'll break anything. Okay, no one behind us in terms of our positioning. Kicking is still... Whoop, there we go. Let's try and line that up for a massive 50-meter kick. Probably 60 on the angle. Ooh! We didn't make it. I think that's the first one I've done from range that didn't make the distance. So, is that a kicking attribute thing that maybe they've added in for the conversions? That not all players now can kick it from 50 meters? If so, I like that. It is ridiculous that any player can basically just kick it from 50 meters, including Dave Cherry. If you were playing at the club level, Dave Cherry had a couple of kicks against me. So I'm glad that they've changed that. Can I have a bit of a replay of that? I want to actually take a look at how close it was. How close did we get? Let's have a look. So as it comes down... Oh, it was pretty... Ooh, he wasn't far away. It was pretty close to the posts. And bounced into touch. But you no longer can just do ridiculous kicks from 300 miles away, which is nice. I'm glad. I don't really want to be able to do that. I honestly think it would ruin multiplayer if you could just take all your kicks from that far away. So there are improvements. I almost want to say the interim patch has been better than the major patch. So I don't know. Also, quick note: this update is 7 gig. Which is wild. I don't know why all the updates for this game are so massive. 7 gig is huge for a couple of, seemingly few graphical changes and a few things changing for the passing and stuff. I play a lot of indie games. Indie games are small, and that is the full game as opposed to just the interim patch. But we'll give our full feedback notes for this then. So, adjusted passes. They've worked on updating. They've adjusted the passing timing windows. They improved the ability to pass when about to be tackled. I would agree. I would agree from the major patch. I certainly think I have more time to get the pass away. There was a couple of them where I felt like I was being able to make that choice of player. Almost as I was running into the tackle, I was able to pop it up. I still don't think it's necessarily as smooth as it could be. I don't even necessarily think it's as smooth as it's been in previous patches, but it certainly has been improved, so that's nice to see. Continuing to work on pass trajectories. I feel very 50-50 about that one. I had a few that were big looping up and under passes. I had a couple that were bullet passes just to nobody. I had a couple of passes that also went to just nobody. It almost went directly between two players, like the game couldn't decide who I was trying to pass to. I had a few more issues with the markers above people's heads to know who I was passing to. And there's still issues with the player's animation for me of who they're actually passing to. I think they need to move the A player when you were holding down the trigger to pass. I think they still need to move the A player somewhere else because it feels weird. You're just sort of passing behind you. It's not deep enough to get a kick away, but it's too close to get tackled. I don't really know what that's about. Additionally, resolved some cases of the player target indicators not being visible. I still think we had them. I would like them to be 100% on all the time if that's what you're going for. That's typically the type of passing system I've been playing with more in this game. I want to use that 100% of the time. I need to know who it's going to. There was a couple of times in that game where I pressed like the B button to pass to my second man and it just didn't pass to them at all. So had I had that marker on screen for me, I probably could have made that decision. Or it just needs to be the case of it will always be a player a certain distance from the scrum half. It will always be that player. So maybe you don't even need the indicators above the head, but you know safely who it's going to go to. Again, I would respond by saying, have a look at how set plays worked for Rugby 2011, where you had to click a button of who you wanted passes to go to on like a miss pass. I think that's a great example of just, it's always the same no matter where it is on the pitch of you will always pass to either the first man, second man, third man, or pass deep. It always had a set player. And I would like that to be more included with that sort of passing technique. All elements of passing remain an area of focus for future updates. Okay, great. This is a core part of the game, and we will continue to work to get the balance to feel right. Yeah, like I said, still things to improve. The game is now playable. We got 2 tries, and I actually had a couple of nice runs in that, and I was able to get away and showcase a bit more, which is nice to see. I certainly think there has been improvements. It's still not 100%. There's still a couple of issues for them to be working on there. Added Maul control prompts. Yes, there were added prompts. Seemingly only on your mauls, from what I could tell. It was only on an attacking maul. You had the prompts pop up, mainly because I think the prompts are for passing the ball away. I'm not really sure if they would maybe add more in the future of which players are getting added. I would also make a note that the prompts would only pop up when you had X amount of players in the maul. It felt like you needed to basically have everyone in the maul for those prompts to pop up, whereas obviously maybe you want to go for a short man maul. Maybe you're in the middle of the field and you actually want to keep more players out in attacking line. I want to be able to get that ball out. It felt pretty locked to you are in this maul till 8 people are in the maul and then you can get the ball out. I think that prompt needs to be available, I don't know, with as few as maybe 4 men in the maul to try and get that one out. But the prompts have been added. Improved cameras. A few issues with certain stadiums having camera clips during lineouts and other set pieces have been addressed. I didn't have any issues with the stadium during a set piece, so you could argue correct for that patch note. I still had an issue when kicking the ball, though. You got to do an up and under, the camera's still panned out behind the rafters, and I can't see the pitch. So still stuff to work on there. Luckily, I was able to fix it in that game by doing another up and under, and it seemed to somehow correct itself. But obviously still something that they'll need to have a bit of a think about when the camera work needs to pan out for those big kicks, how that will impact. And then finally, improved stability. Several issues at the set piece resulting in a non-progression in the game have been identified and resolved. We haven't had any crashes today. Obviously, we've only played the one game, but I have other videos. You've seen me have plenty of crashes. I will always include them in. No crashes today. Great to see. We had a couple of issues where in a breakdown, the ball kind of got stuck. Luckily, by just pressing every button, one of them worked eventually, so we didn't get one of those issues where the ball sort of stopped. There was one time on the opponent's maul where they just didn't use it, even though they had it available. I'm not sure if that is either a mechanic of, the ball that's got stuck in the maul and therefore is unplayable, or if that is a stability issue where the game kind of got lost and the AI didn't know what to do. But you know what? Having enjoyed this update more than the major patch update that they did, I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt and say that was a mechanic in the maul that had the ball stop. Because it didn't break the game, it just went to a what was it even? It was a tap and go that I chose. Or was from the line out where I had a tap and go, but it wasn't a tap and go, it was a free kick. But the free kick I kicked to touch also then brought me back to a line out, but it was my line out. a lot of things going on there. They might want to have a look at where... I don't even know if Tap and Go is in the game. Maybe Tap and Go isn't in the game and that's what they've got at the minute. But that's another piece of generic feedback for them. Obviously, this is an interim patch. They haven't explored some wider things. There are still going to be a couple of issues going on in the game. I'm still looking forward to penalties being in. Offside, high tackle. They've clearly added an animation for like a high tackle. It's clearly a high tackle, so it must be coming at some point to be able to have like penalties and maybe a yellow card for getting a high tackle or a bunker review. They've already got the TMO animations in. Some other big tick marks, I think. The new conversion animations, all that sort of setup. I like that. Kicking power means you can't just score a 50-meter conversion anymore. I like that. So those player stats that we still can't see for some reason, but they've obviously been included in the game. But also the TMO animation changed, the idea that it now goes to the referee to blow his whistle and say, you did score a try. TMO still needs to be implemented slightly better. It seems to only work if you get into the corner. I have also had one where I got held up. I actually got tackled over the line in off camera. And they did say it was no try, but there was no animation to say no try or anything. So the fact that there is now a camera change, it goes to the referee, blows his whistle and says try awarded. Nice little changes that I haven't been able to showcase. So in all honesty, I think there's quite a few positives in this tutorial, which is nice. It's made a change from a couple of the other patches. It's obviously an interim patch. It's not as big as some of the other ones. I'm not going to punish them for not fixing other things. They haven't claimed to fix them. They've laid out the points they wanted to make in this game. Some things I think have been done. Some of them I still think are a bit 50-50 for me. The one I really want them to aim to fix, though, is going to be that thing with the rafters clipping through. Because I think a lot of people might get stuck there and just quit and restart the game. Luckily, we were able to break out of that. So, still some things for them to work on. But hopefully you've enjoyed this one today, guys. Drop down in the comment section what you're thinking of the game. Is this a better patch? Have you already been able to play the patch? Are you still waiting for this game to come out, on full release before you guys pick it up? Drop it down in the comment section. I always enjoy hearing your thoughts. If you have any actual feedback you'd like to give to Bigant, make sure you head over to the FAQ page as well. I'm probably going to play a few more games this tonight and write my own feedback for them as well. I hope you've all enjoyed this one today, guys. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.